to another Magtastic adventure. And we are here at Epic Universe for the grand opening day.
Yes.
However, we are going to be having lunch here at Atlantic Restaurant, which is one of their full sit-down restaurants out of the two here in Celestial Park. So we're not gonna have it in the previous video, but we decided we're gonna do a little separate dining review on this. We had several chances to try this during annual pass reviews, but we wanted to wait till it was in full action and everything was operational, the full menu was going on, and we wanted to wait till the grand opening day. So today is that day. This is a seafood restaurant, and we're gonna be dining inside a fish tank. How about that, guys?
Exciting, right, baby?
Yes.
So come along with us and let's sleep, eat with the fishes on this Magtastic production.
So we're inside this beautiful restaurant, or I should say fish tank.
Yeah, it does look like a huge fish tank, all the fish.
I love how the fish are actually moving, like if we were in an actual fish tank, and the fish are so beautiful and colorful and bright. I can only imagine at night. We seen it as we walked here before during the annual previews, and the lighting in here looks fantastic. It looks incredible, and we have a view of the water. It looks more like a sea or a pool, but it's so beautiful here. And that water is with the fountains is amazing.
Beautiful.
And it's like we're so close, and like the windows here from top to bottom.
Yeah, from ceiling to
you have that beautiful show of the fountains outside. That beautiful bar as you walk in.
Yeah, it's eye-catching.
Oh my goodness. And you see like bubbles also, like like if you were under the water with the bubbles.
Bubbles of air,
Yeah, it's so beautiful. I mean, and you see like octopuses, like on the columns, gold, and very bright and colorful in here. So during the day it's beautiful, and from what we've seen outside at night, it is also just as beautiful. Now we can't wait to try the drinks and the food.
Now for the menu here at Atlantic, we can start off here with the cold bar. They have shrimp cocktail, they have oysters. Now for appetizers, they have the Prince Edward Island mussels, the ahi tuna tartare, baked oysters Valentina, jumbo lump crab, king oyster mushroom ceviche, sweet and spicy shrimp. For soup and salads here, you have the house seasonal salad, the sweet corn chowder. They only have one soup there, but I heard it's really good. The tomato burrata and the hearts of palm Caesar salad. Now for entrees, they have here the Bukatini alla Adriata. They have the sea bass, the grilled Atlantic salmon. They have the Atlantic burger, which is all pulver. The grouper sandwich, that sounds good. Seared scallops, romanesco, all natural bone-in chicken breast, the Atlantic filet mignon, and then the Captain Fernando's half-pound lobster roll there. I heard that's a favorite amongst a lot of people who've ate at this restaurant. And over here on the other side of the menu, you have cocktails. There are different types of cocktails here. There's specialties like an espresso Manhattan, melon herb highball, Florida Sand Dollar here. And they have American Mule. They have a whole bunch of white and rosé wines, as you can see. There's a long list there. They got some dessert wines over here. Over here they have some reds. Long list of reds. They got some sparkling. And then have your draft beers and your bottled canned beers and your nightcaps. Overall, it's a great menu here at the Atlantic. So we have our dangerous drink here. This is the Northern Lights. It's a Beluga Noble Vodka, Pellini, Limoncello, Fernand, Dry Curacao Lemon Juice, Simple Syrup, Butterfly Pea Blossom Ice Sphere with gold luster dust. Babe, that drink looks awesome. How is that?
Out of this world. Get it? Out of this world.
Definitely.
It's definitely a 5 out of 5 drink.
Yeah?
It is. If you like sweet drinks and you like vodka, this is a drink for you. First of all, I love that purple ombre style color, so you get the darker purple and then the lighter colors here on the glass. You can see that right here. and that contrast of the purple gives that drink with the beautiful
sphere.
ice sphere.
Yeah, look
and it
at
has
that.
like a little bit of gold in there.
Yeah, it's a luster, gold luster.
Yeah, it gives it that beautiful presentation. The flavors, it's sweet and very lemony, but not like a tart lemony. It's more on the sweet side lemony. And then you get the back of that hint of vodka.
Yeah, so the vodka's not overpowering.
But it's not overpowering the drink. I taste more of the lemon flavors in there. So I'm definitely giving this a 5 out of 5 because it is definitely a Magtastic drink and it is a dangerous drink here at Epic Universe.
And for my drink, I got the Florida Sand Dollar. It's a Planet Ray OFTD rum. Mugnon's Paw Paw, BG Reynolds Grenadine, white grapefruit juice, coconut water, cream of coconut, vanilla bean, topped with a dried grapefruit slice. Wow, the Florida Sand Dollar, because you know the grapefruit right here, it's delicious. It's super sweet. I can definitely taste like the vanilla bean there, the creaminess of the coconut, and the grapefruit. Wow, I didn't think I was gonna like this. Look at this. Look at the color, too.
It is a beautiful
It looks like
drink.
I'm like at the beach, you know?
Yeah, I think the drinks here have beautiful presentation. And
Beautiful.
they not
taste
only
great.
look beautiful, but they taste very refreshing and they taste delicious.
Yeah, definitely. I would definitely recommend this. This is definitely a dangerous drink. I give this drink a 5 out of 5, guys. That's how good it is.
Wow.
Wow. Look, you know, the presentation, everything. Let me see if I can try the garnish here.
It's kind of hard. It's one of those dry.
No, but it's
grapefruits.
delicious. 5 out of 5.
Beautiful.
Highly recommend. It's Magtastic.
I got motivated by Paul to wear the same shirt.
We're twinning today. Cool Case Adventures. Carlos, look at us.
I had to look like Paul.
There we go.
Definitely.
Thank you. So that right there who greeted it was my twin. It's Carlos from Cool Case Adventures. Definitely check out their channel. They're an awesome family that blogs the parks. They do Disney, they do Universal. They're great people, and you know we know them for some time.
And they share a lot of information
They share
for
a lot,
families.
Yeah, they're very
with
informative.
children
Yeah,
or
and
teenagers.
And they have teenagers. So, but definitely give them follow Cool Case Adventures. Awesome family, awesome vlogs. Now for appetizers, I went with the Prince Edward Island Mussels. These come with tomatillo, tequila, butter sauce, cilantro pesto, and it comes with toasted Cuban bread.
How's
Guys, those
that?
mussels, delicious. That tequila sauce on there and the pesto, wow. Like, Magba's got me into eating mussels, as a matter of fact.
Did, 'cause
Before,
he
I was like,
afraid to
mussels
try them
and oysters, no go. But
now he even eats the cold, the
Magba's
raw
changed
ones.
my mind, opened up what I can take,
His
you know, what I was
palate.
missing out, opened up my palate. Let me know what I was missing out. Oh my God, guys, if you love mussels, you're gonna love these. Look how many
Look at
mussels
that,
you
and
get.
They
Look
smell
at that.
delicious.
This is
Look
an
at the
appetizer.
bread. They
The
even got
bread?
little tomatoes. How are those little tomatoes?
Let me try the
baby?
tomatoes
Try
right
those
here.
tomatoes.
Ooh, let me
One
see.
of those that looks like they burst in your mouth.
Delicious. Oh my God. And this Cuban bread, nice and toasty and crispy. Guys, this is a 5 out of 5. If you love mussels like as much as I do now,
We love seafood.
get this. These are these are the Prince Edward Island mussels.
Ooh.
Really good. Highly recommend it. Look at that. I'm gonna eat this all by myself, guys. I'm not sharing Magnus.
Oh no.
Oh,
he
no.
better share at least one.
5 out of 5, Magtastic. Now Magnus went with the baked oysters Valentina. These baked oysters come with spinach puree, Gruyere cheese, bacon, herb, crumbs.
Wow. These oysters are delicious, guys. They taste nice and fresh. They have the spinach, that special cheese gives it that special flavor, and then you have the little crusted herbs on top.
Yeah, the bacon.
Oh,
Bacon
like
herb-
little bacon herbs
crumbs,
there,
yeah.
crumbs. Oh my goodness, and it's nice and warm and tastes delicious. I'm gonna give it. I'm gonna say a 4 out of 5.
4 out of 5? Okay. And what could have been in a 5 out of 5? What is it lacking?
I think it's missing the lemon flavor.
Oh,
didn't
okay. You
give
like
me
the little squirt of
so
lemon
maybe
there?
I'll ask for some
Okay.
lemon. I should have asked for lemon.
Yeah.
Maybe give it a little tangy flavor
Yeah.
to it. Overall, it's really good. The oysters are very pretty as well. So I really enjoy it. I think it could have been warmer, but that's my fault because we were taking a little long while we're filming. Well, they even put it like those little bits of ice there.
Like little cinnamon, right?
Yeah, like little ice there and little cinnamon sticks with little cloves and makes it look like little flowers. So the presentation overall in this restaurant has been amazing. So 4 out of 5.
And babe, what utensils are you using to eat those?
Look,
those oysters.
These forks and the knives. Look at how beautiful.
They got little,
it's like a mermaid, like scales.
Like mermaid fish, forks and knives. Yeah,
like
little
in the
scales.
front of the restaurant, they do have like mermaids like on the side, outside of the building. So it's really beautiful. It gives it that little extra oomph to
like a little kick
the restaurant.
Yeah,
but even the silverware is just beautiful. I had to talk about it because this is I love when we
mermaid forks, right?
We got mermaid forks going on here.
Guys, mussels have been demolished.
Yes, it is so good. We were trying to make a comparison between these mussels and comparing it to our last dining review that we did at Mama Della's, which we had like a bucket of mussels. And let me tell you, those were fantastic.
They were Magtastic.
They were really Magtastic. The difference between these, that we think these make it a little bit better, has tequila.
Yeah, that tequila butter sauce.
Butter sauce. So it gives it that little extra kick.
So good, guys.
And kick in a good way, not in a spicy kind of way. But it's kind of like, I don't know, buttery, acidy, and then you get that flavor of the tequila. And it is so good.
Yeah, it was so good, guys, that we had to review it twice. You know, we're going to stand by what we said, 5 out of 5. But catch Mama Della's video, our blog, because the amount of mussels that they handed us.
Oh yeah, that's twice as much.
Twice as much as there, but the flavor of these, outstanding.
It outstands those. It beats those out. So definitely 5 out of 5.
High recommendation. Now for our entrees, Magnus went with the sea bass. It has carrot mochi, sugar snap peas, lemongrass broth with a star fruit. So babe, what's the verdict on that sea bass?
The sea bass is delicious. It's like soft and white and tender. And all I do is touch it with the fork and it just
disintegrates, right?
Disintegrates there. And I love the star fruit.
Yeah, star fruit looks good.
This is so pretty. And I love star fruit. I'm a big fan of star fruit. So if you guys can see it here.
Cute,
The only thing I don't like, and I love the...
How about the broth?
The broth is good.
The lemongrass broth?
Yeah, it's very good. I love it. It's very different. I've never had sea bass in this kind of way. And it gives it a nice milky, creamy flavor to the sea bass. Then you also have
the snap peas.
The snap peas, which I love snap peas. The only thing that I'm not too fond of, it's kind of weird to me. And I'm a big mochi fan.
Yeah.
But I don't like these
carrot mochi
carrots.
Now, is it a sweet taste? Or how's the texture? What is it you don't like about the carrots?
It's like mushy, like sticky, mushy, and it has a weird flavor.
Okay.
Like it wants to be a carrot, but it's not a carrot.
Maybe it wants to be a mochi carrot.
Sweet, but it's just, it's not bad. It's just. I wouldn't eat this part of that. The sea bass, the regular carrots, the snap peas.
So
and the cream.
as the sea bass alone, what would you give the sea bass alone?
The sea bass alone is a 5 out of 5.
But
really
now
good.
The whole plate presentation with the carrots, babe.
And actually, you know what? Even the sea bass, because we've had way better sea bass in other restaurants. So let me think about this rating.
The sea bass
is good.
Yeah.
But you know what? Not to think about it, I'm going to give it a 3 out of 5.
3 out of 5, guys. Wow.
And I'm highly surprised because I love sea bass. But I like the cream, and like I said, the snap peas. But that whole mochi...
Threw you off, huh, baby?
It just kind of like threw the dish off. I don't know what it is. But
so maybe guys order the fish in the future, but no, say X the mochi carrots, right?
Yeah, I'm like, it's a little different, and it's just, not to my liking. I'm sorry, but the fish itself is delicious. But is it a 5 out of 5 out of all the sea bass we have? We even had better sea bass in Cali, and even Paul had it.
Yeah.
And that was delicious. And that was
And
at
I don't
a
like
fine
fish.
dining
And I don't
restaurant.
like fish at all.
And he doesn't like fish.
Yeah.
He can tell you that. But yeah, I would say 3 out of 5. The presentation, it is a 5 out of 5. When they pour the cream and everything.
Yeah, the cream looks, yeah.
The presentation, that's a 5 out of 5. But when it comes down to the actual sea bass, actual dish itself, I would say 3 out of 5.
Now I went with the Bukatini alla Adriata. It's a Bukatini pasta, sauteed shrimp, creamy tomato sauce, arugula, bacon herb, breadcrumbs. Guys, I'm sorry that Mag was, she wasn't happy with her appetizer. She wasn't too happy with her entree. But me, I got another hit right here. This Bukatini is so good, creamy. The sauce is delicious here. Look at that.
Yeah, that looks delicious.
Yeah, nice and seasoned. The breadcrumbs on here. But the highlight, aside from the Bukatini, is these shrimps, guys. Look how big and
my goodness.
beautifully cooked, these shrimps. And look at the size of them. Wow.
Yeah, that is, wow. Look how nice and colorful that looks. Nice
Guys,
and orange.
this for me, and look at that. Look at the sauce. Look at the orange sauce here. Look at that.
That looks delicious. And I like how they look very thick.
Yeah, and I've been wanting to try Bukatini because I know it's a thicker type of pasta, and I love pasta, guys. It's like one of my go-to dishes, and it never fails anywhere I go. So the Bukatini with that shrimp there, this is for me. For me, it's a 5 out of 5. It's delicious. If you like Bukatini, you like the shrimp there, especially nice and cooked there, nice and charred, and the seasoning on the shrimp is delicious. It's a 5 out of 5 for me. Magtastic. Now, for dessert, I went with the Pina Colada Panna Cotta. It has coconut panna cotta, Malibu, marinated pineapple, and coconut merengue. If you love coconut, you're going to love this. This is so light and airy. Look at the panna cotta. Look how jiggly it is. Look at that.
Yeah. It kind of reminds me of a Spanish dish called tembleque.
Tembleque,
which is
exactly.
Like it's in English it would be called tremble.
Yeah. Look at the hard shell coconut here.
That
wow.
the presentation is.
This is a coconut heavy,
really pretty,
but subtle sweetness here. Wow. This got me. I'm telling you, out of all my dishes, has been a 5 out of 5.
Yeah.
Including this. This has been hit after hit after hit for me. I'm so happy I've chosen well. Hopefully Magnus's dish,
hopefully
dessert.
my dessert will be better
we'll see.
than actual.
But yeah, if you love coconut, you love pineapple here. It comes with chunks of pineapple.
Yeah.
Very airy, very light, very subtle sweetness of coconut. You can't miss the panna cotta here. The coconut panna cotta, pina colada.
I like how it's like very milky and creamy, you know, but it looks like it's a very light dish.
It is. It definitely is.
Yeah.
Highly recommended. 5 out of 5 for me. This is a must here. Mavis went with el pulpo, which means octopus in Spanish. It's a cheesecake, berry espuma, pistachio sponge cake, graham cracker crumble, fresh raspberries, and a raspberry gel. Baby, what is that? Hopefully, this one hits for you.
Presentation, 5 out of 5.
Okay.
It kind of reminds me of one of those dishes, the deconstructed dishes that we've had in like Epcot.
Yeah.
At Disney, when like everything is like separated, but then you get all those flavors mixed together.
Yeah.
So it kind of reminds me of that. The cheesecake itself has a different not a chewy, but it's like the consistency. It's a little like almost gummy.
Gummy, okay,
but
because
not.
Remember it's called pulpo, so maybe they're trying to recreate that texture of octopus.
Like it almost like wants to go to a fondant, but it's not fondant.
Okay.
I'm trying to explain it, and I love the presentation where it looks like actual tentacles.
Yeah.
So I do love that. Look at this. It's so pretty. So it's actual like tentacles of the octopus.
The shape, yeah.
And I love the raspberry spuma is delicious. And then of course nice fresh raspberry there.
And the sponge cake,
like the sponge cake. Yeah. I wish it did have a little bit more pistachio flavor, but it's a sponge cake. So sponge cakes, they tend to be a little lighter.
Yeah, airy
in flavor. But this is a really good dish. I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 5.
5 out of 5, nice. The first 5 out of 5 for Magnus. I'm happy.
Cheesecake was really good. I love the whole tentacle presentation.
Presentation looks cool, yeah.
And I love how like everything is kind of separate, but then you mix all the flavors together, and it's a very fun dessert. And I love raspberry, so this is, and I love pistachio, so that combination of the raspberry pistachio with the cheesecake, definitely Magtastic. Well, we are done with lunch.
Yeah, at Atlantic.
And yes, now Atlantic is a very beautiful restaurant.
The theming is excellent, beautiful. Like Mabby said, you're eating like in a fish tank, right? Like almost like an aquarium. I don't know.
Like in the water, in the fish tank with the bubbles and the fish and
everything.
the octopus.
Everything, yeah. Seahorses, everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. So babe, today wasn't a Magtastic day for you, as in dishes that you picked for Atlantic.
Yeah, I think I just picked the wrong ones.
Yeah.
I know from the menu, as you guys saw in our review, lots of options there. I wanted to try something a little bit different because I've seen videos from other content creators, and they usually film the same thing. So I said, okay, I wanted to be different. I wanted to try the sea bass. I wanted to, share something that's different that you guys probably have not seen yet. And I think the best part of my meal was actually the dessert. That was delicious and fruity, and it was light. It wasn't heavy.
And your dangerous drink.
And my dangerous drink. Yeah, don't forget about that dangerous drink.
The Northern Lights. Yeah.
That's a Magtastic.
Yeah,
dangerous
the presentation.
Drink.
That sphere, awesome, right, baby?
And I think with all the dishes, all the presentations was on point.
Yeah.
But on my dishes today, unfortunately, they missed. I don't know. It was like the flavors were there, presentation was there, but there was something about the dishes, like the sea bass I had. Even the server said that he had to try it like a couple of times.
Yeah, 2 or 3 times before he got used to it. So I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. So
but everything else, Paul had a good.
My dishes, the mussels, the Bukatini, my panna cotta, all fire, all 5 out of 5. I just wish the Bukatini had a lot more spaghetti, because I can tear down some spaghetti, baby. Yeah. I think the servings were a little smaller, in my opinion, compared to like Mama Della's, like our last Italian video, or last food in Portofino.
Yeah, or even some of the other quick service restaurants here, the portion sizes are a lot bigger than what you get, or at least what we got on these dishes today. But overall, it's a beautiful restaurant. I highly recommend you check it out for yourself. Remember, this is just our opinion. Maybe yours will be different. And again, I thought that I picked the wrong dishes. Or maybe it just wasn't my day.
When in doubt, stick to the mussels and the Bukatini, right, baby?
And that delicious dessert. Yours was fantastic.
That was Magtastic. Guys, if you enjoyed this video and found it useful, fun, and delicious in any way, please remember to like,
share,
and subscribe. And please follow our socials, our Instagram. And if you want to support us further, what can they do, baby?
They can buy us a coffee, or they can purchase some of our Magtastic merch, or simply just watching our videos.
Definitely. So guys, today was a great day. Today was a Magtastic day. Thank you all so much for watching, and we'll definitely see you on the next Magtastic Productions. Bye.